Vegetable prices are on a rise in India. Country's CPI inflation was at 7.44% in July month. India has already banned non-basmati white rice exports, which could lead to a global food crisis. Wheat production in India has declined and onion prices could also make the common man cry pain soon. The government has enforced a 40% export duty on onions. Prices of good quality onions are set to double next month. The government is doing every possible thing to reduce the impact of inflation. But the question remains, why is all this happening? And the answer is erratic weather and climate change. Hello and welcome, I am Pallavi Sharma and you are watching MoneyWise with ET Now. Today in this video, we talk about how climate change is and will be having an adverse impact on the Indian economy. Let's begin. As per the economic survey, India is considered to be one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change given its longer coastal line, monsoon-dependent agriculture and large agrarian economy. By 2030, India may account for 34 million of the projected 80 million global job losses from the heat stress associated productivity decline as per the World Bank's report. A report by McKinsey and Company also showed that lost labor from rising heat and humidity could put up to 4.5% of India's GDP at risk by the end of this decade, which accounts for nearly $150 to $250 billion. Everything from trade to manufacturing will be affected due to climate change. Experts say that over 55% of total asset base of India's financial institutions is dependent on sectors that are heavily impacted by climate change. A gamut of sectors can be impacted from such changes. However, steel and automobile will be the most impacted as per experts. Steel is very carbon intensive sector and is likely to attract more tax. This will impact the manufacturing, construction and automobile sector massively. Agriculture will also bear the brunt of weather disruptions and is already suffering from erratic weather. As per experts, rice-growing countries like India and China are likely to face costs because of their methane emissions. Tourism will also be affected due to uncertain weather conditions. Besides this, climate change is expected to increase the trade cost across regions. As per the WTO or the World Trade Organization report, all modes of transportations are likely to be negatively impacted by weather events. The report says that the marine transport that accounts for 80% of world's trade by volume will be the most vulnerable. The report also added that 1 degree Celsius change has been found to reduce annual growth of developing nations' exports between 2 and 7.5% points. Keeping climate change adaptation strategies in motion will be the key to build resilience as a long-term measure. Companies need to be more aware of their carbon footprint. As per the World Trade Organization or WTO report, to adapt to climate change, low-income and vulnerable countries need to enhance the resilience of their infrastructure and upgrade their productive capacities in agriculture and other sectors. Annual adaptation costs in developing countries like India are estimated at $70 billion and are expected to reach $140 to $300 billion in 2030 and $280 to $500 billion in 2050. Investing in focused climate strategy will be a step forward for India to adapt itself with changes that will come by. India has scaled up its efforts towards mobilizing private capital through sovereign green bonds. But as per the economic survey, more initiatives are needed to counter the changes that are taking place. Keep watching ET Now for more such interesting news and updates.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.